Ballet Idaho opens their dynamic 53rd season with a double bill ballet featuring two iconic characters, the beloved sleuth Sherlock and the ethereal wronged Giselle. The show combines mystery, literature, ghosts, and a stunningly eerie forest. This ballet is perfect for October. Joining us as principal artist, we have Graham Gobet and artistic director Garrett Anderson to share more. So fantastic to have both of you here.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yes, and okay, so tell us what the shows are all about that you have coming up. We are so excited.
Well, we're always excited to present new work. So Sherlock is a world premiere, and it's being created on our dancers at this very moment. Penny Saunders is the choreographer. We've worked with her a few times before. And we're actually co-creating this work with two other dance companies, Nashville Ballet and Grand Rapids Ballet.
Oh, wow.
And we get to be the first to premiere it.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, so the very first time ever shown. And I mean, you look like Sherlock.
I do have a bit of a Sherlock frame to me. I think it may have played a part.
Yes, okay. So why did you decide, though, to pair together Sherlock and Giselle? Why this relationship?
Great question. Well, Sherlock is a piece of contemporary dance. So
Okay.
not only is it a new work, it is very much in a new contemporary dance vocabulary that we love Penny so much for. And we wanted to sort of juxtapose that with something classical and traditional. Giselle, I believe, premiered in 1841, and it is one of the most iconic classical and romantic ballets. So we're going to be able to just showcase the versatility of our dancers and the stylistic range that Ballet Idaho is so known for.
I love that. Okay, and I mean, you kind of answered this question a little bit, but I want to get more into the weeds, if you will. How this work shows both the future and the roots of ballet, right?
I think this is a perfect example of it because these are all stories from the 1800s. So these are, you know, rooted in tradition to begin with, but they're kind of a fresh take on it. So with Giselle, I mean, there's original choreography that is kind of known, but sort of gets tweaked and adapted. And I believe that you and Ann Mueller are really kind of keeping it rooted in tradition, but making it Ballet Idaho's own. And the same with Sherlock. These are characters and stories that are pretty well known, but you know, it's been done and redone so many different times in so many different ways that we get to do, well, what is, you know, our current take on it in right now. And even though it's still rooted in those stories of the past, it's still sort of a fresh take on it.
Yeah, no, love that.
I think adaptation is kind of the theme. And as Graham said, Anne, our associate artistic director, Ann Mueller, and myself are really enjoying just being able to respond to the dancers in front of us and really make it something that they have ownership over. And of course, Penny, it being a completely new work, and Penny having the advantage of knowing our dancers and having relationships with them, and just sort of, they have this fluency with her movement language. She's also bringing together, you know, the narrative, the layered complexity in the music and the dialogue. She's engineering this whole sort of soundtrack.
Her soundtracks are so interesting that if you only listen to it, you would have a great show.
Oh, really?
But then just all the visuals on top of that are, you know, that's just icing on the cake. Like that's one thing I like about working with her is all of her pieces by themselves are so interesting, and then you just layer them all together, and it's just, you know, a fantastic production that I hope just takes people to another world and another place, and they can kind of forget themselves for a moment and just be transported to, you know, this piece of art and forget their lives for a little bit.
And she's so good with character, so she's really taking the nuances of these characters, really kind of tongue-in-cheek, poking fun at the genre a bit, and responding to the...
Yeah, it's a celebration for sure.
Oh, this sounds so exciting. And correct me if I'm wrong, but Graham, you're playing Sherlock, right?
I am. I don't want to give anything away, but I am one of the Sherlocks.
You are.
I think one thing that people like about this character is that we all kind of have an idea of who it is because there's certain qualities, whether you know he's on the case and he's completely fired up and he's not missing a thing, or if he's at home and he's a little bit more melancholy and maybe trying to ponder through things, or maybe he encounters one of the few characters that sort of knock him off his game a little bit. And I don't remember where I was going with this, though.
That there's a mystery. You don't want to give away too much of the mystery of the show, right?
But so there's this set of characteristics where maybe there's physical characteristics you expect, but more than that, there's characteristics that you expect, and so we kind of explore those. You know, sometimes it might be me, and sometimes you might need more than just me to tell the story as it needs to be.
Beautifully said. I like that, right? Still putting a little mystery to it. So, Garrett, where can people go so they can learn more, they can attend, they can be a part of this fantastic world premiere?
Yes, go to our website, ballet-idaho.org. And if you are purchasing tickets, make sure you're going through our website, which will take you to Ticketmaster. It'll take you to the Morrison Center's website. There are some scams out there to be aware of.
Ooh, good point. Okay, all right, make sure you're going to the right location to get your tickets to attend this first ever showing of this incredible show. Thank you so much, both of you. Everyone stick around, more to come here on Idaho Today right after the break.